Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak. And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup. Richardson looking to throw this. And this taken in by Downs. When you look at this Patriots defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now. And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Now Richardson. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This pass left side to Downs. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful. And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. Play action. Now Richardson. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Richardson shotgun on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Colt defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 of the league in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made here at the 36. The Patriots at 8-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and he's giving me the evil eye, folks. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give running right, Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
To throw, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. May. Staying on his feet. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Here's Richardson to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Now Richardson back to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Richardson off the play fake. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Richardson yet again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third down, it's May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Richardson. That complete to Downs. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Richardson to throw off play action. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They go play action with Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Richardson looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Richardson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Patriots will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Out left and complete to Thornton. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action now. May. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Got his man. It's Thornton. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton. 34 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Richardson working from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll throw with May. Flushed out right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. He spins free. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Completes this one to Thornton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tyquan Thornton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flush to his right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Gay now set to kick it off. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Escapes the defender. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's May. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 87 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll go again with Gibson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here is 3rd and 5. To the air, May. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Richardson out of the shotgun. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They work now on 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Richardson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. It's Marte Mapu. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 109 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a 1st down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
To throw, it's May. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Throwing here is May. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hunter Henry. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Richardson to throw. Now this taken in by Downs. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And they will take over first and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now here is another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the Pats are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Once more, Gibson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 140 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's May. This one left side caught by Gibson. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterback.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Slide for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably Not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Richardson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another touch for Davis Price. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Davis Price. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now it's Richardson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD? That's
a great question, and my suspicion.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods, 59 yards. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. First down, and they go right back to Davis-Price. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A handoff for Gibson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Dancing to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. From the shotgun, Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Richardson looking to throw. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They go play action with Richardson. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here Richardson yet again.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New England, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis,